on the base, and I was just having a conversation with like a very handsome and lovely guy who is now my boyfriend.
Okay.
And I met him that night, and ooh, I'm all smiley.
You can see her face.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's amazing. I'm distracted now. So I was talking to him, and at a certain point, I like a big group of, I think it was like 8 guys came in, and they were like visibly tipsy, and like all was fine until I went to the bathroom, because when I came back, one of these guys was waiting for me in the hallway, and he told me that there was a bet going on, that he would be able to like get me into his bed and have sex with me, and that apparently there was a lot of money that people put on that bet, and he told me that I had 2 options: either go outside with him and make out with him, or go back to either of our rooms and like pretend to have sex. And I was like, what the actual fuck? I was like so confused. So I was like, no. And I immediately walked back to to Dan, the guy who now is my boyfriend, and I told him what happened, and he was like, are you serious? Like he was like in shock as well, and he told me like, yeah, if you feel comfortable, you should tell someone about this, because this is not how it's supposed to go, And I was like, yeah, I'll talk to someone.
Yeah.
And then the bar closed, and the group of people asked us if we wanted to have a drink in one of the rooms, and we were like, no. And it was the room next to mine. So before they could leave, me and Dan left already, and he walked me to my room, and his room was like 5 doors down or something, or 3. And so when I got to my room, I immediately locked it and just went to bed. And for like the next hour, 1.5 hour, I would hear like banging on my door, on my walls, like people calling my name, and twisting like the doorknob, and I heard like the sound of iron on iron, like
To try and open.
yeah, like every 15 minutes I would hear like iron on iron, or I would hear someone like twitching my doorknob and banging on my door. So I was like really scared, and I didn't really dare to go to sleep, because I was scared that like whenever I would open my eyes, someone would be standing next to me or something. I was just really scared and uncomfortable. So I didn't really sleep much. And then the next morning I called my mom, and she was like, yeah, you have to tell this to someone, because also like there's this huge stereotype and image of like army people and the army in general, and they want to get rid of this stereotype. So my mom was like, you have to tell them, because they want to do something with this, which was great advice, I think. So I texted my like not supervisor, but like the person that is my trusted person or something. I don't know how to call that. And then the ball started rolling, because there were like I was taken so seriously.
Okay.
And I had talks with like the military police. The case even went to the public prosecutor's office to see if they could actually like make like a how do you say that, a case out of it. And they took it very seriously. They questioned all the guys that were present in the bar. They suspended the guy that made like the indecent proposal, to call it like that. And I had like multiple talks with how do you say that,
like a professional.
Like a professional.
Like
within the organization, they have like these people that you can go to with whatever problem you have, and I had like multiple talks with them. So they took it so seriously, and I felt like that night I felt really unsafe, but because I took it so seriously and they took so many steps, I did feel really safe, and I was like really happy that I was like that my experience was taken so seriously. So
Also, another
yeah, it was kind of like, because it's your safe space where you're in, like my bedroom, and it was like, yeah, I don't know.
Plus you were working there, like it wasn't even, I don't know, like a hotel and you were on holiday, like it was your job, you were there. But the thing that most amazes me is the courage he had to come up to you and say, you have two options.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? None of the two.
I was so surprised
because
I was like, I'm sorry, I think there's a third option, and that's like, I'm gonna leave now. Yeah.
And like the audacity.
The audacity
of him just coming and saying, yeah, like these are your options. Like, what? No. Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah.
And it was the night you met Dan for the first time.
That's and he walked me to my room, like made sure that they would not like follow me or anything. And
what the hell, you must have been awake the whole night.
Yeah, most of the night. Yeah, it was not nice. No.
Well, but yeah, at least I agree with you that it was nice, let's say, in inverted commas, to see that people were actually taking it seriously and did something about it. And I mean, that's what should happen every time. Obviously, it would be nice if these things wouldn't happen at all, but if they have to happen, then that they should be taken care of in the right way.
No, they took it very seriously, and they took like so many steps as well to like get everything that, I don't know, like to reveal everything that had happened. And you know what I think it would be really interesting to also have like some guys on the podcast, like responding to these kind of things, because I feel like so many guys are like so like shocked and surprised and also mad that they're, because it's like I don't know, that would be so interesting.
I mean, I feel that it's a very interesting thing to see what men's reactions are.
Yeah, because also there's so many people, so many guys who are like the good ones and who are not like this.
But at the same time, I think that like this space was created for the victims, and I wouldn't want to take it away. But it would be nice to do like another project, like
after you've had all like the people talking about their experiences.
Because definitely it would be interesting, but now I think that it's more, it's like really important for these stories to come out.
I know, because like it's important for everyone to hear that it's not just one person.
Yeah, exactly.
Because all my friends, like literally all my friends, have some kind of experience with this.
Absolutely.
And that just shows that it's not.
It's just ordinary. Every day, and most of the time, since you know it's so common, you forget about these things, you forget half of them, or you don't tell them to anyone because you're like, whatever, it happens every day, so it's just, and so, but I feel that instead people have to know about these stories and have to realize that it's in front of your eyes. And Silvia was saying, the girl who does a podcast with me in Italy, in the last episode in Italian, she was talking about that like once you've heard all these stories, you see things differently. So like if next time someone in a supermarket sees that the man comes in every hour and talks to you, he's gonna look at it in a different way.
People recognize the situation.
And say, maybe I should go there and casually interrupt the conversation and kind of help her in some way. Because until you hear these stories, you're not gonna imagine. You're just gonna think, well, he's just having a chat with the girl working there. And instead, you have to have heard this story you just told to then realize, oh, maybe she's uncomfortable. Maybe I should do something. Yeah. So.
Because it's just the way that we ask our friends to text when you get home, or like put on your live location. That's just I remember that when I was in undergrad, I would my parents were a 15-minute bike ride away from the campus residence that I was living at, and whenever I would bike from my parents' house to my undergrad, I would have to pass like a park.
Okay.
And I remember that when I was in high school, there was this serial rapist,
obviously,
and like he hadn't been caught or anything, so we were pretty like not scared but cautious.
Yeah.
And most of it, like some of the cases happened in that park. So whenever I would have to drive through that park,
Yeah.
I would
Speed.
I would bring my field hockey stick. So in one hand I would have my field hockey stick. I would have my earphones in. I would be either calling my mom or my dad or a friend, and I would have my I would have like the alarm number already typed into my phone, and my house keys in between my fingers. So it's just great. Like thinking back to that, it's just crazy. All the precautions and steps you take before you like even dare to go somewhere that feels dodgy to you.
Yeah.
That's just because at that time it felt normal to me to like protect myself. But thinking back at it, it's like it's so crazy that we have to go through like we have to take these steps in order to feel safe.
Yeah. And I feel that all these things, like as you were saying, like you didn't realize it at the time and you thought it was normal, but all this, like if you were passing there how many times, like once a day, once a week?
Yeah, like a couple of times a week.
Okay. Yeah. And so a couple of times a week, always having this, even just like 10 minutes routine, of super anxiety, they add up. Like I feel like even those just 10 minutes of being super cautious and you're super stressed and super anxious, they add up and you're gonna like feel, I don't know, it's like mental health issues. Yeah. You feel like you always have to be you have to have your guard up, you have to be ready for the worst to happen, and it makes you live life with this anxiety. And we shouldn't be living life like this. We should live life and be chill and like no worry. Instead we have to be constantly worried because things have happened and make us rightfully feel worried.
Yeah, because I think it was a couple of years ago that it was the hashtag text me when you get home or something went viral. Okay. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
It was a post on I think Instagram or somewhere that said like text me when you get home.
Yeah.
And how normal that has become for everybody to say to you or to say to others, but it's actually so shitty and strange that we have to do that in order to, I don't know, it's become so normal, but it's not normal. It's crazy.
I know. Yeah, we should like definitely keep on using these things like to feel safe, but ideally we should stop. Right? We shouldn't be needing these things. We shouldn't be needing to send messages. Obviously, until the situation won't get radically better, we'll still have to use that as a way to just feel safer, make people know we're okay, and blah blah blah, and pepper spray and share location and change your road and dress a bit more covered.
Yeah,
like just daily life. You know?
I was very happy, however, that in each of these cases of the three situations that I just described, I would have so many people like having my back and just like supporting me. Yeah. Also like a lot of guys, which reminded me like not all guys are shitty. Yeah. There are some very good ones, you know. And it's because when all these things happen to you, you start to like, I don't know,
doubt yourself.
Yeah, doubt yourself, but also you just whenever you see, I've heard stories of friends who are like permanently like scared of guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because of like these. Yeah. The things that had happened to them.
I know.
And that's just.
Yeah, it's sad that
it's sad that these rotten apples like. Yeah. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I feel that there are these rotten apples, but also
the system is also fucked up.
Yeah, a kind of environment of protecting your bros, and maybe if not openly, just without saying anything. Like something happens, I won't say anything, and I'll stay out of it, and that's not okay. Like we are speaking up, and other people who witness these things have to do that too, because otherwise like we're just never gonna get out of that.
Yeah.
And
the whole silencing culture should like,
exactly
be over.
That. And so even though I think that legally it's always like, as we were saying earlier, a problem